plastic anemia, genetic disorders, or genetic dysfunction. Why do we exist? Unfortunately for patients, Lori was fortunate because she had Fred as a match, but most of the patients needing stem cell transplant, they only have 30% chances to find a match within their family. When they can't find a match within their family, they rely on 70% that's unrelated. We develop or inherit antigens from our mother and from our father, so most likely if we need to find a match, it should be a sibling. I'm so sorry you don't have
Yeah, guys,
Currently, we do have 959 Canadian patients waiting for a stem cell transplant. 959. We access, yes.
not too long ago, and I'm sorry I'm interrupting, but
That's
I wanted
okay.
to point out a fact. Not too long ago, I attended a very similar presentation where the number was 600 and something.
Yes.
So it has gone up already.
Last month, it was only 920, not last month, but 2 weeks ago, 928. We're up to 959 patients. Canadian patients that are waiting for stem cell transplant. Next. Okay, so what do we do when someone needs an unrelated? We find donors for them. We search for donors for them. We ensure that these donors are healthy. We also coordinate the collection and delivery of stem cells here in Canada and across the world, internationally. Okay? So what are we looking for? We're looking for specific stem cells. We call it blood stem cells or hematopoietic stem cells. Every one of us have these stem cells. Every one of us has hematopoietic stem cells. Otherwise, if we don't, we're all dead because there's blood in us and that's what we need. There's stem cells in your blood, okay? So these hematopoietic stem cells that is in us are not yet matured, and they can mature into red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Red blood cells carries oxygen, so it's very important. You guys are in the science class in medical field. White blood cells fights infection, and platelets help stop bleeding. So what is a match? Fred was talking about HLA. It's called human leukocytes antigen. Okay, it is determined, finding a match is determined by HLA. They are markers to identify if a person is a match to a patient. We inherit from our parents these antigens. So let's say you inherit 6 antigens from your mom and 6 antigens from your dad. If you have 3 siblings, your other siblings probably inherit 7 from their mom or 4 from their dad and whatnot. So your chances of having a match within your sibling is just 30%. The best chance for a patient to find a match when they can't find it within their own family is from their own ethnic background. It is very ethnicity based. So where do stem cells come from? I told you a while ago that it's in our body. First, the richest source of stem cells is in our bone marrow. Second one is our circulating blood. Did you know that we have stem cells in our circulating blood? We do have stem cells in our circulating blood. Of course, we can also find stem cells in umbilical cord of a child after birth. Okay? Next. So how are they collected? Your chances, and when you go out there to promote, because I think everyone will be promoting, right? Denise, the Lifeline will be out there promoting the event. So not all will have the opportunity to actually donate their stem cells. Only a few people will have the opportunity to donate it. In fact, we have 959 patients. In our Canadian registry, we have over 300,000 registered in the database, and as part of an international registry, we access 18 million worldwide, and we also access 400 plus blood cord units, yet we can't find a match of those 959 patients that are waiting for stem cell transplant. That means to say that when you register to join, it doesn't mean to say that you are already a donor. Just like when, think of it this way. When you have a business and you'd like to promote your business, you put in your name and your number, right? And it's being searched in the hope that they are going to use your service. It's exactly the same. When you join the registry, you are being searched, hoping that you can be a match to any of the patients that are in need of stem cell transplant here in Canada and around the world. Okay? So how are they collected? If you happen to be a match, there are two processes. First process, we call it peripheral blood stem cell donation. More and more of the process being done is in this way. Peripheral blood stem cell donation is like giving blood. Fred is a platelet donor. That means to say he donates every 2 weeks. If you're a platelet donor, you can donate 2 weeks. It's exactly the same process. Since we have only a few stem cells found in our circulating blood, what they do is give you an injection. We call it GCSF, granulating colony stimulating factor, to enhance the presence of stem cells in your circulating blood 4 or 5 days prior to the collection. When they collect it, they collect it in what we call an apheresis machine. Same machine that's being used when you give platelets. So when they collect it, they actually separate the stem cell from red cells, white cells, plasma, platelets, and they return back what's not needed and just get the stem cells. Really pretty cool. You'll stay at Princess Margaret Hospital for about 4 to 5 hours, watch TV, read your book, and you go home same day. And you're able to save a life. Really pretty easy. The other donation, the other donation is bone marrow donation. As soon as you hear bone marrow, as if like it's like, no. And they think that it's taken out from your spine. No, it's not. Actually, bone marrow donation, less and less of this process is being used, but it's still used depending on the need of the patient. But for bone marrow donation, a needle is inserted in your hip bone. If you hold this, you won't go down because you have your hip bone, right? Their hip bone there, especially when you have my size, it won't go down, okay? So you have your hip bone, and then the needle is inserted into your hip bone. And then you won't feel the pain because you're under anesthesia, okay? You stay overnight in the hospital just to make sure that everything's okay. And then, to be honest with you, I won't lie, when when the anesthesia wears off, there's a little soreness and bruising in the area where the needle is inserted, okay? But the bruising and the soreness is comparable to falling on ice. Who doesn't fall? We're Canadians, right? I mean, fall all the time. So, especially winter time, it's exactly the same as falling on ice. And almost every day, every week actually, I do visit the donor. And every time I go visit the donor and I say thank you to them, the first thing that they respond is, no, thank you, it is a great opportunity. To be honest with you, when you join the registry, it takes time. Most of our people in the registry gets called in an average of 7 years. 7 years. There are times that you'll be called by first or second year. That's really very lucky if you happen to be a match. But an average one is really 7 years. So why is critical that we also promote it to the ethnic people like me? Simply because the ethnic breakdown of the network is composed of 80% Caucasian. And we need to cope up with the ever-changing pace of Canada. That means to say we also have to diversify our database. So just a few weeks ago, we had 928, and now we have 959 patients. Next, this is Caucasian, 79%, 80%, and this is the entire ethnic background. We need to cope up with that. Because ethnic people, minority groups also get sick, right? I mean, you know, and the sad thing is there are countries that we come from that these countries do not belong to an international network. That means to say when we get sick, if the country where we come from does not have an international registry, we cannot tap that country to find a search for that donor. Yes. So it is in your hands. There are 20 participating universities this year. Last year we had 11, and as always, the young always understands. So we're running it on October 24th to November 6th. 20 participating, 20 participating universities. I'm so happy to let you know that Denise and I and the rest of the team was able to get a band for you on October 25. That's our swap event. So we don't have a band. Denise is coordinating that the band is able to play outside so that we really entice more people, but our work doesn't stop there. We really need to have a promotion. I was just at the university as well. And you know, for the past year, McMaster always won. There were really close competition between McMaster and Guelph, but Guelph is really determined to win McMaster this time. Guelph is actually starting with their promotion, and guess what? They're doing a flash mob. Starting with one person and ending it with 200 people. I said, that's pretty cool. That's okay. UTM will have a band. so just thought that, you know, and so it's 20 participating universities. It's really cool. I mean, and it's in your hand because you will be doing the promotion, you'll be talking to people. And you'd never know. Let's be proactive. We just hope and pray that it will not hit any of our family. It will not hit somebody we know. It will not hit somebody we love most, right? So let's be proactive. Go out there from now till the 25th and really rally for people to join the registry. Anyone between the ages of 17 and 50 can join the registry, but we have a focus in 17 to 39 years old, especially males who are so special. I love them. Next. Reason for that, because it is considered an optimal stem cell donor. You guys should be smiling, man. You are considered to be, you know, top of the line. Not to say that women are not. Of course, we are special too, but in this case, I think you're more special. Okay? And simply because the younger stem cell donor, especially coming from male, grafts more into the new bone marrow. That's why it's important. Yes?
It's because females usually lack iron?
No, nothing to do with iron. But over the years, we females develop antibodies, especially when we give birth. Men do not. That's why you're special in this way. All right? So I really think we've made the challenge this year to have the winner goes to the university with most male swab. But please don't turn away women. We also need them. But just to make the challenge more vibrant and more appealing, I was telling them we were doing the brainstorming, and I said, if I were in university right now, I would love to have the challenge. I'll go to all the men and ask them to get swab. So again, October 27th.
25th.
That's wrong, right?
October 25th.
October 25th. I'm so sorry.
Next Tuesday.
I did, sorry. So it's October 20th. You know what? I'm taking care of 9 universities for this year. It's going crazy. So it's October 27th, Student Center in Davis.
25th. 25th.
25th, please. Take that out. October 25th. Some of you have done the volunteers training, so we're going to have a trained trainer. I'm going to send the PowerPoint to Denise so that those that have attended can actually train as well. It's very important. We're very much regulated by Health Canada, so you have to go through the training session, okay? Next, increase the size and ethnic diversity of one match, and then we're all happy. Right? We're all happy. Thank you so much. It's my second year to work with you guys. I'm in the process of really them waiting for stem cell transplant. These patients need a lot of blood and blood products. And on the same day, there's a blood donor coming. So really,